All right. So, welcome back to progress on the 68 Chevelle. Just got a big old crate this morning from UPS Freight. This contains a Moser 12-bolt rear end for the Chevelle. And, you know, people do all these silly unboxing things with software and hardware and whatever. How about a rear end? So, Moser crates the heck out of their rear ends that they ship out. This crate weighs about 400 pounds total with the rear end in it. And I just thought it'd be kind of fun to tear into this thing. Let y'all see what it got. Okay. So, all 2x4s with some 1x8s on the top and the bottom. The UPS driver had to use a pallet crate to get this down onto the liftgate of the truck. Out on my road is not exactly the best place for a giant semi, but we managed. Roll it around on the street into the alley. Alley is a gravel alley, so that was interesting. Pushing it along. Gravel 400 pounds on steel wheel cart. Alright, so top is loose. Let's pry it up. There we go. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Alright, so here we have a box. What do we got in here? Oh, this is these disc brakes. Let me see if you can actually see inside of there. Yeah, a little bit. I'll move the camera over. But this is a 12-bolt Chevy rear end. And what that means is that's the cover on the back of the center here. Has 12 bolts holding it in. Nothing fancier than that. And anyway, these brakes on the end, these are Wilwood calipers. They're what they call the Dynalite. They're lightweight, made especially for racing and stuff. But these are also made for the road. And if you look inside the of the brake there, you'll notice there's a cable going in and all this nonsense. This is an internal drum brake that serves as a parking brake. So that's pretty cool. We got these pretty braided lines going into the brakes. Here's the spring perch for the rear springs. As we go to the center of the rear end here, this is a 1350 yoke. This is the extra heavy duty. Should be able to handle up to some insane amount of horsepower, more than I'll ever put through this car. So that's good news. We have new bushings here for the upper control arms. That's where they connect. In the back, I'm sure you can get a very good view of that right now. I wonder if I can actually turn this thing. Well, I'll have to mess with that later. Anyway, this is a heavy-duty aluminum through-bolt rear cover, and that helps hold the gears in alignment, helps make it last longer, as well as makes it sturdier, less flex, better efficiency, and so forth. By the way, if you're wondering what the yoke is for, this is where the drive shaft attaches to the rear end. And then the power goes through into the rear here. We have a Detroit True Track posi-traction unit that uses gears instead of clutch plates, so that will be much more durable, doesn't require any rebuilding or anything. Also, super quick and efficient way to be able to move power to the rear end, to the wheels. And there it is. You'll notice it's also coated in, it's called powder coat. This red paint here is super durable. It's baked on in an oven so that it won't rust, for one thing. That's why you would want to paint something. But also, it much less likely to pick up dirt and grime and everything else. Other interesting features of this particular rear end. Not sure if you can quite see down in there, but where the wheels attach to those disc brakes, those are 1/2 inch diameter, a little bit larger than stock. Be able to hold the wheels on without having to worry about those shearing off. Moser axles, the Moser Engineering is the company that makes this rear end. These guys, they use their own design alloy axles inside of the rear end here, which connects the gears here to the wheels, and they're bolt-in. The stock Chevy rear ends have normally have a C-clip holding the axles in place, just in case you were to break an axle or something. The way that Moser makes it, you're not going to lose an axle. Your wheel's not going to fall off while you're driving around a corner too fast or something like that. Moser uses these awesome bolt-in axles. There's no way to lose an axle or a wheel if you were to break one inside of there. Well, I mean, there's always a way if you're insane enough, but that'll keep it going. The gear ratio is 3.55 to 1, so that for every one rotation of the drive shaft, you get 3.55 rotations of the wheels. The stock rear end that I have in the car right now has 3.23 to 1. So this will be a little bit better acceleration. It magnifies the torque a little bit better. It will make it go faster. And because of the transmission, incidentally, here it is. Oh, I suppose I could show you that. But sure, what the heck. This transmission is a 6-speed Tremec, and what this guy does is the top gear is a overdrive. There's a 5th gear which is overdrive. 6th gear is also an overdrive. Oh, I didn't plan this very well. I'll deal with that later. Anyway, this transmission is going to be 0.5 to 1 in 6th gear, and what that means is that I can use a higher ratio rear end, or the 3.55 won't be spinning the engine too fast, because that guy over there in 6th gear is going to mean that I calculated at about 80 miles an hour, it should be going about 1800 to 1900 RPMs. Oh, and just to get a look at what we have right now, I'll bring the light. Here is the old rear end awaiting removal. This is a 10 bolt. You can see there's 10 bolts on there. Kind of rusty, grimy. Yeah, you can see the one bolt up there that still needs to come out. Big evil bugger. He'll be out soon. So, there you go. I hope you had fun watching me, watching me unbox this new Moser rear end. Talk to you later.